Back in the Word here, Luke chapter 13. There were certain men present at the same season that showed him of the Galileans, whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Suppose ye that these Galileans were greater sinners than all the other Galileans, because they have suffered such things? I tell you, nay. But except ye amend your lives, you shall all likewise perish. Or think you that those 18 upon whom the tower in Siloam fell, and slew them, were sinners above all men that dwell in Jerusalem? I tell you, nay. But except ye amend your lives, ye shall all likewise perish. He spake also this parable. A certain man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came and sought fruit thereon, and found none. Then he said to the dresser of his vineyard, Behold, this 3 years have I come and sought fruit of this fig tree, and find none. Cut it down. Why keepeth it also the ground barren? And he answered and said unto him, Lord, let it alone this year also, till I dig round about it, and dung it. And if it bear fruit, well; if not, then after thou shalt cut it down. And he might in one of ye synagogues on the Sabbath day. And he taught in one of the synagogues on the Sabbath day. And behold, there was a woman which had a spirit of infirmity 18 years, and was bowed together, and could not lift up herself in any wise. When Jesus saw her, he called her to him, and said to her, Woman, thou art loosed from thy disease. And he laid his hands on her, and immediately she was made straight again, and glorified God. And the ruler of the synagogue answered with indignation, because that Jesus healed on the Sabbath day, and said unto the people, There are 6 days in which men ought to work. In them therefore come and be healed, and not on the Sabbath day. Then answered him the Lord, and said, Hypocrite, doth not each one of you on the Sabbath day loose his ox or his ass from the stall, and lead him away to the water? And ought not this daughter of Abraham, whom Satan had bound, 18 years, be loosed from this bond on the Sabbath day? And when he said these things, all his adversaries were ashamed. But all the people rejoiced at all the excellent things that were done by him. Then said he, What is the kingdom of God like? Or whereto shall I compare it? It is like a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his garden, and it grew and waxed a great tree, and the fowls of the heaven made nests in the branches thereof. And again he said, Whereunto shall I liken the kingdom of God? It is like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 pecks of flour till all was leavened. And he went through all the cities and towns, teaching and journeying towards Jerusalem. Then said one unto him, Lord, are there few that shall be saved? And he said unto them, Strive to enter in at the strait gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in, and shall not be able. When the good man of the house is risen up, and hath shut the door, and ye begin to stand without, and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I know you not whence ye are. Then shall ye begin to say, We have eaten and drunk in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets. But he shall say, I tell you, I know you not whence ye are. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, when ye shall see Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, and all the prophets, in the kingdom of God, and yourselves thrust out at the doors. Then shall come many from the east, and from the west, and from the north, and from the south, and shall sit at table in the kingdom of God, and behold, there at last shall be first, and there are first, which shall be last. The same day there came certain Pharisees, and said unto him, Depart, and go hence, for Herod will kill thee. Then said he unto them, Go ye and tell that fox, Behold, I cast out devils, and will heal still today, and tomorrow, and the third day I shall be perfected. Nevertheless, I must walk today, and tomorrow, and the day following, for it cannot be that a prophet should perish out of Jerusalem. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, which killest the prophets, and stonest them that are sent to thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, as the hen gathereth her brood under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. And verily I tell you, ye shall not see me until the time come that ye shall say, Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Luke 14. And it came to pass that when he was entered into the house of one of the chief Pharisees on the Sabbath day to eat bread, they watched him, and behold, there was a certain man before him, which had the dropsy. Then Jesus answering, spake unto the lawyers and Pharisees, saying, Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath day? And they held their peace. Then he took him, and healed him, and let him go. And answered them, saying, Which of you shall have an ass or an ox fallen into a pit, and will not straightway pull him out on the Sabbath day? And they could not answer him again to those things. He spake also a parable to the guests, when he marked how they chose out the chief rooms, and said unto them, When thou shalt be bidden of any man to a wedding, sit not thyself down in the chiefest place, lest a more honorable man than thou be bidden of him. And he that bade both him and thee come and say to thee, Give this man room, and thou then begin with shame to take the lowest room. But when thou art bidden, go and sit down in the lowest room, that when he that bade thee cometh, he may say unto thee, Friend, sit up higher. Then shalt thou have worship in the presence of them that sit at table with thee. For whosoever exalteth himself shall be brought low, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. Then said he also to him that had bidden him, When thou makest a dinner or a supper, call not thy friends, nor thy brethren, neither thy kinsmen, nor ye rich neighbors, lest also they bid thee again, and a recompense be made thee. But when thou makest a feast, call ye poor, the maimed, the lame, and the blind, and thou shalt be blessed, because they cannot recompense thee, for thou shalt be recompensed at the resurrection of the just. Now when one of them that sat at table heard these things, he said unto him, Blessed is he that eateth bread in the kingdom of God. Then said he to him, A certain man made a great supper, and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, Come, for all things are now ready. But they all with one mind began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a farm, and I must needs go and out and see it. I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So the servant returned and showed his master these things. Then was the good man of the house angry, and said to his servant, Go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, and the maimed, and the halt, and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. Then the master said to the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that mine house may be filled. For I say unto you, that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. Now there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, If any man come unto me, and hate not his father and mother and wife and his children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever beareth not his cross, and cometh after me, cannot be my disciple. For which of you, minding to build a tower, sitteth not down before and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to perform it, lest that after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to perform it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, This man began to build and was not able to make an end. Or what king going out to make war against another king sitteth not down first, and taketh counsel, whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000? Or else, while he is yet a great way off, he sendeth an embassage, and desireth peace. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. Salt is good, but if salt have lost his savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is neither meet for the land, nor yet for the dunghill, but men cast it out. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. Luke chapter 15. Then resorted unto him all the publicans and sinners, to hear him. Therefore the Pharisees and scribes murmured, saying, He receiveth sinners, and eateth with them. Then spake he this parable to them, saying, What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he lose one of them, doeth not leave 99 in the wilderness, and go after that which is lost, until he find it? And when he hath found it, he layeth it on his shoulders with joy. And when he cometh home, he calleth together his friends and neighbors, saying unto them, Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep which was lost. I say unto you that likewise joy shall be in heaven for one sinner that converteth, more than for 99 just men which need none amendment of life. Either what woman having 10 groats, if she lose one groat, doth not light a candle, and sweep the house, and seek diligently till she find it? And when she hath found it, she calleth her friends and neighbors, saying, Rejoice with me, for I have found the groat which I had lost. Likewise, I say unto you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God for one sinner that converteth. He said, moreover, a certain man had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of the goods that falleth to me. So he divided unto them his substance. So not many days after, when the younger son had gathered all together, he took his journey into a far country, and there he wasted his goods with riotous living. Now when he had spent all, there arose a great dearth throughout that land, and he began to be in necessity. Then he went and clave to a citizen of that country, and he sent him to his farm to feed swine. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husks that the swine ate, but no man gave them him. Then he came to himself, and said, How many hired servants at my father's house have bread enough, and I die for hunger? I will rise and go to my father, and say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. So he arose and came to his father. And when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him, and had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck, and kissed him. And the son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. Then the father said to his servants, Bring forth the best robe, and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand, and shoes on his feet, and bring the fat calf, and kill him, and let us eat, and be merry. For this my son was dead, and is alive again, and he was lost, but is found. And they began to be merry. Now the elder brother was in the field, and when he came and drew near to the house, he heard melody and dancing, and called one of his servants, and asked what those things meant. And he said unto him, Thy brother is come, and thy father hath killed the fat calf, because he hath him safe and sound. Then he was angry, and would not go in. Therefore came his father out, and entreated him. But he answered and said to his father, Lo, these many years have I done thee service, neither break I at any time thy commandment. And yet thou never gavest me a kid, that I might make merry with my friends. But when this thy son was come, which hath devoured thy good with harlots, thou hast for his sake killed the fat calf? And he said unto him, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. It was meet that we should make merry and be glad. For this thy brother was dead, and is alive again. For he was lost, but is found.